Hey everyone, so I just tried out a game you've probably seen your favorite YouTubers talking about or maybe even sponsored. It's called Call of Dragons. So I decided to check it out. But of course, you shouldn't just trust some random guy on the internet when it comes to games like these. Actually, I think you should trust this random guy because he knows what he's talking about. Now, just to be clear, this is not a sponsored video. I legit went online, downloaded Call of Dragons out of my own curiosity, and maybe because some other random guy on the internet told me to. So nope, I'm not getting paid for this, but if you'd like to see more videos like this, subscribing works as a tip, and sticking around till the end is basically payment in attention. With that being said, let's begin.
Alright, so the first thing any self-respecting person with zero integrity has to do is download this game. And since it's advertised as being not just on mobile but also on PC, I went with the PC version. Now some of you might be wondering, wait, why wasn't it on PC in the first place? And yeah, same. I was slapping my forehead like, oh right, I know exactly what kind of game this is. But hey, I'll give credit where it's due. They didn't try to lie and say it's only mobile. They dragged this shit to PC too. And then, I see it, that cursed little line. More coming soon. Like, what? What do you mean more? More what? Pain? Regret? Ads? So, after committing to this decision, I'll definitely regret. The download begins.
After downloading and installing the game, we were graced with a cinematic, and by graced I mean assaulted by, the most generic fantasy exposition imaginable. We're told of a mystical land ruled by a few factions, while we watch three figures dramatically swing weapons at each other from a distance. No one really wins except for the human guy. He loses and also loses his stick. Then, boom, fire starts raining from the sky, and this somehow awakens a mysterious force faction called the Darklings. Wait, darkness, dragon, cold vibes, fire? Wait, this isn't the Night King, right? Wow, truly inspired. I swear, every creatively bankrupt game just defaults to something involving darkness as their big bad. Like it's the default setting in their story generator. Anyway, the three factions stop fighting each other and decide to focus on the new enemy. Someone gives the human his stick back, thank God, and the trio charges off to fight the evil underground mole people or whatever. Then it's time for me to choose a faction, and here we go. Oh wow, okay, these character designs are something. The mage dude looks like he's holding in the biggest gut I've ever seen. Like bros fighting for his life just to keep it sucked in. The elf, no muscle, no definition, just a literal walking stick. And the tanky guy, he's built like a meat patty, not even abs, just mystery meat. Look, I know games do their own art styles, but this is just disrespectful anatomy. Anyway, once you pick one of these disproportionate champions, you're dropped into the world at a random location. And I'll be honest, this part is actually kind of cool. You get placed in a shared world with other players, no loading screens, no waiting. Unless you're in a special instance, it's just one big seamless map. Alright, so we start up the actual game and oh, we're right back to those character designs. Big lips, wide eyes, honestly, not half bad. She is your in-game helper, guiding you through the tutorial, and by guiding I mean dragging you through the same 5-step process every one of these games has: building, upgrading, training, summoning, equipping, collecting and equipping and collecting Lots of collecting. Like seriously, do you want to be collecting more than a Pokemon horde there on Adderall? Resources, heroes, gear, fragments of things you didn't ask for, just a whole lot of stuff. And as you might have guessed, this is a free-to-play mobile to PC game. Now, to be fair, there aren't any ads in this game, I'll give them that. Instead of bombarding you with ads, they hit you with the oldest trick in the freemium playbook. The old $0.99 starter pack. Just a tiny offer to get you in the door, right? Just a little taste. Then suddenly, you're sliding down the monetization slope like it's a water slide straight into hell, guided gently by the devil himself. 1 minute it's just $1, and the next seriously debating whether a pack of digital wood and crystals is worth $19.99. Spoiler, it's not. And honestly, the flood of rewards you get just for existing in this game completely kills any sense of actual achievement. You get rewards for everything. Logging in, checking your base, moving 2 feet, sneezing, blinking too hard, like, damn, I didn't even do anything yet.
Hey, spendy kitty, dropping cash like you run the game, but you still itty bitty, no creeps to shame. Although for real, let bling, but no bite to claim. You flashy, but you glitch, you still losing every frame.
Wait, hold up. Isn't this the game I just saw in a YouTube ad? You know, the one with Diablo-style visuals, dark gothic themes, and music that sounds like Blizzard dropped a trailer? Yeah, that one. Well, surprise, that game doesn't exist, because what you actually get when you download Call of Dragons is nothing like what they advertised. The visuals? Completely different. It's misleading as hell, but clearly it works. People see the ad, they click, they download, and boom, they're hit with 10 billion fake rewards before they even know what's happening. And we all know the play here. Overwhelm the player with constant dopamine hits for every tiny action, so they feel hooked and keep playing. But the downside? You're not really playing the game. It's supposed to be an RTS, a strategy game.
I'm not a fan of free-to-play games in general, which honestly makes me question why I'm even here. Oh right, content. That said, if Fairlight wants to throw me an actual sponsorship, sure, I'll play it longer. I'll be a little less pessimistic, maybe tone down the sarcasm. Actually, no, scratch that. You'll still get the sarcasm. But don't expect to catch me dead buying any of the nonsense that pops up every time I summon an epic or legendary. Like, yeah, cool, I got lucky, but I'm not giving you more money because you made numbers flash on the screen. But moving past all that, here I am, stranded in the burning lands. Nothing but desert and mountains as far as the mist lets me see. And like all Fog of War games, you've got to slowly uncover the map by exploring, scouting, and basically being nosy. But the real question is, what the hell am I actually doing here? So far, your main objective is to defeat the Darklings, because of course it is, and the only way to do that is by upgrading your stronghold, leveling up buildings, training troops, fighting behemoths, and forming alliances. Yes, this game has PvP, and it's all about alliance wars. Either your alliance goes up against another, or you form an alliance of alliances to gang up on someone else. It's like Game of Thrones if everyone was more into microtransactions than actual war. Joining an alliance isn't optional, by the way, it's basically required. If the tutorial doesn't push you into one, the side quests will. And to be fair, there are perks, more rewards, a place to retreat to when the map turns into chaos, and the infamous helping system where alliance members reduce your building timers. Except, that system is kinda scam. One time I had 60 people help me, and it shaved off like 12 minutes. I'm not even sure it's a full minute per help. Feels more like emotional support at this point. Building structures is exactly like Clash of Clans. Pick a spot, wait, come back later to upgrade it, wait again, rinse and repeat until you either quit or give in and buy speed ups. And of course, yes, there's gacha, free chests, premium chests, time-gated chests. You name it, it's here. You do get keys if you want to just open chests, and books if you don't want to wait for the timer to reset, and these keys open up chests to get resources, while also opening books to get artifacts, equipable items that you use during combat with heroes. And you summon heroes from chest too, ranging from elite to epic to legendary. And every time you get an epic or legendary, you always get a pop-up that says, "Hey, you want more?" Heroes are basically your army leaders. You group up a bunch of soldiers under them, and that unit's health is based on the number of troops they command. Heroes also come with different abilities and talents that can shift the tide of battle. Their skills trigger once their energy gauge fills up. Boom. Animation. Boom. Damage. Pretty simple. They are also used in raids, helping out with behemoth fights and gathering resources. Basically, if there's something to be done, your heroes are doing it. At the beginning, you're stuck with just 2 active units. Scouts, you can send out a bunch of those. But fighting units, nope, limited. It's like they want you to feel the pressure, so you'll start burning through the speed boosters they keep throwing at you. Speed boosters let you skip wait times, whether it's 2 hours for training a soldier or 4 hours to upgrade a building. Or, just use this handy dandy insta finish button. For a price, of course. And once you're in an alliance, the grind becomes routine. Upgrade stuff, scout stuff, fight stuff, repeat.
And when you're not doing anything, like when you're just standing around minding your business, sometimes the heroes decide it's time to chat. When you first unlock a hero, they give you a little gift, which is cute, I guess. But after that, they'll just randomly strike up conversations with you like your old friends. And much like every other free-to-play live service game, leveling things up here is a whole ecosystem. You don't just level your heroes with EXP books. Oh no, that would be too simple. You also need nectar to increase their trust. Yes, we're bonding now. Dust to upgrade artifacts. Duplicate artifacts to further enhance the artifacts. And crystals of the hero themselves so you can level them up again, even after you've already used EXP books. It's like a leveling Russian nesting doll. Every time you think you've upgraded something, surprise, there's another system under it. Honestly, it's exhausting. You don't just level a character. You gotta raise their stats, grow your relationship, level their gear, awaken them, kiss their forehead, good night. And of course, like every free-to-play strategy game, the deeper you go, the more painful it gets. Every time you level up a building or start a research upgrade, the resource requirements go up. And I'm not talking small increases. I'm talking exponential good luck playing this game without selling your soul kind of increases. Eventually, you hit level 24. And surprise! Now you can't even upgrade unless you have master blueprints, which of course don't just fall from the sky. You'll need to buy them. And if that wasn't enough, buildings are chained to each other. Like, I wanted to upgrade my Hall of Order. First, I had to upgrade my wall and my bazaar to the same level. Why? Who knows? All I know is, every upgrade costs more, takes longer, and locks you behind 2 or 3 other buildings that also cost a ridiculous amount of resources and time. And it doesn't stop at buildings. Oh no, let's talk about research. You want to upgrade your troops, right? They come in levels, green, blue, purple, and finally gold. Seems simple, until you try to actually unlock them. Every level requires a ridiculous amount of resources. And by resources, I mean everything short of your blood type. But here's where it gets fun. To upgrade your troops, you need to level up the research. To upgrade the research, you need to level up the research building. But you can't upgrade the research building, not until you upgrade another random building first. It's like a bureaucratic nightmare. You go to upgrade one thing, and the game's like, oh, sorry. Have you spoken to the manager of the bakery 3 towns over and sacrificed 500,000 wood yet? Everything is locked behind something else, and all of it costs more than the last thing you did. Oh, you thought that was painful? Nah, we're just getting started.
NANI?!
Let's talk about heroes, and specifically upgrading them. If you want to get your hero to a competitive level, be ready to drop at least $600. Yeah, $600. That's the minimum if you want to push them beyond mid-tier status. But it gets better, because this game runs on generations of heroes. You start with Gen 1, then they drop Gen 2, then Gen 3, and on and on. Each new batch completely power creeps the old one, so your Generation 1 hero? Straight up trash now, like you may as well delete them trash. And suddenly, unless you shell out for the new hot heroes, you're no longer a player. You're just a digital peasant serving the whales. But wait, we're still not done. Oh yeah, there's something called honorary membership, basically the game's VIP system. And just when you think the honorary membership couldn't get more pay to win, yeah, some heroes are only available through it. You want a hero like Lilia? Gotta reach a certain VIP level and buy the honor exclusive chests. You don't get there by playing, you get there by spending. Want to hit level 8 and unlock the good stuff? That's 35,000 honor points, aka 35,000 gems. Unless you're grinding 24/7 and living inside this game, you're looking at dropping around $50 or more. And that's just for one level that unlocks a second research slot and access to hero chests. Imagine how much it takes to get the top tier heroes.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
So asking a non-question, why do you think so many YouTubers are promoting this game? It's the money. It's the money. Let's be real. No YouTuber is out here grinding Call of Dragons on their own time. If they're playing it, they're getting paid. It's not that the game is unplayable, it's just you can feel that it's more product than passion. And hey, if that's your thing, more power to you. Get a bunch of YouTubers and streamers to promote the game with what I can only assume is a fat paycheck. The influencers talk about it, throw in a few lines from the script, and then they wait, see who bites. Now, I can't give you the exact number of downloads, but let's be honest, it's probably well past 1 million by now. And if you really want to see how deep the marketing rabbit hole goes, just try searching for something like Diablo on YouTube. What do you see? Boom! Call of Dragons in the ad slot. They're using popular game keywords to bait clicks. And it doesn't stop there. Some of the ads are straight up fake. I've seen promo videos with Diablo-style visuals, dark gothic vibes, and even themes that look ripped right out of Blizzard's playbook. And guess what? That has absolutely nothing to do with what the actual game looks like or plays like. It's misleading as hell, but clearly it works, because people click, download, and get hit with the sweet dopamine of 10 billion fake rewards before they even figure out they've been catfished by Fantasy Clash of Clans. At the end of the day, this game isn't really about strategy, it's about time, and how much of it you're willing to waste or pay to skip. It gives you just enough shiny rewards and dopamine hits to keep you clicking, but not enough depth to actually feel rewarding. Listen, if by some chance you find Call of Dragons, which by the way has a surprising lack of dragons to be a fun game to play, then hey, more power to you. Just don't buy anything. The early game is fun and those lips and those eyes. In my opinion, this is not a game worth even $10. And while it says it's an RTS, you're not really playing strategy, you're just managing timers. Also, I have a friend who shared his purchase history with me after he left the game. And let's just say, it was not pretty. If you've ever seen those just 99 cents offers, you already know how it goes. Once is easy, twice becomes a habit, and suddenly, you're staring at a transaction history wondering how you dropped $60 on digital wood and purple dust. My suggestion? Skip this one. There are so many better games out there that are actually worth your time, and maybe even your money. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment roasting your least favorite mobile game. Have a nice day.